In the most recent Gallup poll on religious affiliation, it showed that the trend towards none or no religion is still growing here in the United States, but it also appears that the growth is slowing down. While there are many factors involved in what could cause this slowdown, I can really only address one aspect of it. You see, the greatest area for growth potential for atheists in our society is outreach. And I don't mean door-to-door proselytizing, nor would I condone it. But all of the other socially positive aspects of religion are an area in which, well, maybe we could actually do some more. There are a great many secular groups out there that give their time and money to help those less fortunate by way of food drives, clothing the homeless, roadside litter pickup, local fundraising, etc. There isn't really a lack of options. There's just kind of a lack of volunteers. Our generation's greatest struggle will be to gain acceptance as productive and beneficial members of society, and the uptick in the percentage points is something that we need to be aware of, but not necessarily something that we need to be consumed by. The numbers will continue to grow. I don't believe that religion will get a better grip and pull people back or hinder other people. I really believe that if we keep up what we're doing, living our lives, making those small ripples, proving through actions that we aren't bad people, and that we aren't all baby-eating rapist murderers, we'll slowly coax those in hiding out into the light of freedom and the welcoming arms of fellow non-believers. We'll get there, but what we do now determines how long that process takes and how much more damage religion gets to do in the meantime. For nearly 2 years, I've been making these videos and trying to impact the world around me in any way that I safely can. But sometimes I wonder, is making these videos enough? I mean, maybe it is. There are those here on YouTube that have completely and totally changed the world with their skilled words, their flawless elocution, dazzling editing and creating skills, humor, honesty, and their intellect. The number of private messages I've received since starting my channel is astounding, and the fact that another human being, sometimes from around the globe, took the time to reach out to me to tell me how much my story or my message or my words spoke to them in a way no one else has, and that it helps them cope with some old wound from life or from the scars of a religious childhood. When I'm told that they've tried to find the words to make others understand and never could, but when they listened to my video that they finally found the words that they never tried, and then they knew what to say and they were finally understood by their loved ones, that completely and totally blows my mind. And I'm a small channel. Imagine how much of an impact those that are 3 or 5 or 10 or 100 or 200 or 1,000 times bigger than me must have had on this world. Just think of all the time and the attention of all of those viewers and all of those views. Those that subscribed, those that are just visiting, or those that are seeking answers like I was doing 2 years ago. How much of an impact can we have on the world when we spend so much of our time making videos that are just petty arguments, finger pointing, or made up drama? I already feel that there are those out there that want to control the rise of atheism. They want to add to the definition in an attempt to push their own agendas forward on the rush of a growing demographic. Now what that creates is a situation where our impact is lost because our focus becomes too narrow, and we neglect those areas where we are needed, and where we can make the biggest splash because we're all trying to jockey for a position in leadership and popularity. So what, Spencer? What's the big deal? What are you trying to say? I'm saying this. It's time for us, as atheists and non-believers, to start doing our part in our communities. Time for us to stand up and start doing things in our states. And it's time for us to start making an impact on our nations. Every year, the nones and the no religions grow in the United States. And that's not because some new brand of atheism or some dramatic argument pulled more people into the conventions or onto their channels. No, it was because the videos that I actually pay attention to and you actually pay attention to are the videos that show you the wonder of being alive. And they're the videos that show you the absurdity of religious and theistic beliefs. Now this video is the closest I hope I'll ever get to being engaged in any of the drama and the bullshit that goes on. It does nothing other than stroke a few egos and give some people something to upload. So if you hate the drama, stop watching it. And if you want to make a bigger impact, get out there and do something. When we left the church, many of us left behind entire communities. Without starting new atheist churches, we're stuck out here alone until someone or a few someones start to get too antsy and decide to try and herd some of us together into a cohesive group that may actually accomplish something. I've looked over most of the atheist groups here in Seattle, and I've yet to find one that's still active, or at least actively updating their websites so I can tell that they're active. So maybe it's the same in your communities. maybe you are actually the ones that need to get together and reach out to each other and start making the change you want to see in this world. Religion isn't going to stop. It's not going to get tired raking in new converts in their purses and their wallets. But our motivation can't be money, and it can't be fame, and it can't be anything beyond wanting to help our fellow human beings in their struggles to live. So do you want to change the world now? Or do you want to give religion a few more years to rape and kill and pillage and destroy before we're really fed up? Well, I don't know about you, but personally, I think it's time. Do something.